Welcome all to AK by Lecture series. In the last class, you studied that chromosomes consist of euchromatin and heterochromatin which have different staining properties. Techniques such as Giemsa banding and reverse banding produce the full range of bands along each chromosome, allowing identification of individual human chromosomes. But some banding techniques produce much more restricted staining of specific subsets of chromosome bands, such as the centromeric as well as constitutive heterochromatin regions of the chromosomes, and some stains to the specific nucleolar organizing region, that is NOR regions of the chromosomes, etc. Today's lecture concentrating on the centromere banding, that is C banding. C banding is a selective staining method. In the C banding method, it selectively stains the area located around the centromere of all chromosomes and on the distal arm of the Y chromosomes. The regions where the C banding results the dark bands are the regions of the chromosomes in constitutive heterochromatin consist of highly repetitive DNA. The largest C bands usually occur on chromosome number 1, 9 and 16 and on the Y chromosomes in regions that contain highly repetitive non-transcribed DNA. Next, what is the procedure of C banding technique? So, to produce C bands, glass slides, those fixed with metaphase chromosomes, are first treated with alkali solution of sodium hydroxide or barium hydroxide. Then, in second step, the slide is treated with sodium citrate at 60 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. Actually, the alkali treatments denature the DNA, while further treatment using sodium citrate at 60 degrees Celsius renature the DNA only at a repetitive sequence, but the unique DNA sequence do not renature. So the fast renaturation, not the denaturation, the fast renaturation of the repetitive DNA is because of the availability of numerous complementary sequences. I hope you know what is COT value. COT value means coat value, and how the coat value of repetitive DNA and unique DNA differ. If you don't know these concepts, then revise those topics, then you will get clear idea about the reason behind the difference in renaturation rate of unique and repetitive DNA. In the last step, we treated these slides with sodium citrate, and after treatment with the sodium citrate, stains the slides in Giemsa solution. Then rinse the slides in deionized water. Then allow to dry the slide. Then examine under the oil immersion of a microscope. Actually, the size of the C bands on a given chromosome is usually constant in all the cells of an individual. But the size is highly variable from person to a person, reflecting variation in the amount of heterochromatic DNA present at the centromic regions. Such variation in the heterochromatic DNA between person to person is said to be the heteromorphism on the chromosome. The significance of such heteromorphic regions is that these heteromorphic regions on chromosomes will transmit from parent to the offspring as simple Mendelian dominant traits. These variations in chromosome morphology are not associated with any non-phenotypic traits or phenotypic effects in the individual, and these variations are referred to as the chromosome polymorphisms. However, these chromosome polymorphisms are useful as heritable chromosome marker in various clinical and epidemiological studies of chromosome abnormalities. In this lecture, we are not discussing the details of how these regions can develop as markers in the epidemiological studies. Actually, this concept is based on the application or extension of the linkage analysis and recombination frequency estimations. We will discuss those areas in another video. Here you just understand one thing, that these polymorphic regions of the chromosome can use as the marker for the studies related with the position of any specific genes that causing some diseases or the traits. Next, let's discuss about the applications of C-banding technique. This is used to identify the centromere or constitutive heterochromatin regions of the chromosomes. Then it is useful for the identification of chromosomes, particularly in insects and plants. The another significance is that it is useful for paternity testing. Then it can be used for gene mapping also. This is all about C-banding techniques. Hope you understood the topic well. Thank you.